So what we're gonna do here, and I am using quite a bit of mods to do this. And there's also a bunch of others. So one is this is going to be a major part in doing it. Also, this is good too, I guess. But vampire werewolf hybrid, yes, vampire werewolf. Only thing is you only get the side effects of one. So if you want to be a werewolf, you only get the positives of that one, the negatives of it, and you only get the positive and negatives. Blah. You only get the positive and negative effects of being a werewolf or a vampire lord. So you can't choose one, or being a vampire. So you can't do one or the other. So you can ignore these. So what you're gonna want to go. Oh shit! Never mind. I didn't mean to do that, but there's vampire lord. I don't have the positive effects of neither, but just for the sake of the video, I'm gonna show you how to do it. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is you're gonna create you some armor. I would make sure it's vampire armor or whatever, you know. There's an easy way to get these. So you can really use anything, or personally I would go with Nightingale armor if you're going to improve anything.
Not bad. Reminds me when I first started slipping.
Okay, you guys know what I'm looking for. The Vigil Snipers or whatever you want. I already have a lamp, so I need fire assault, tapper. Okay. So what you're gonna want to do is go to.
What do you need?
As first, you're gonna need to get some vampire armor. And the reason I say that, if you're doing a vampire build, you want to look like, a vampire, stuff like that. Get some vampire armor, you can improve it. And the second thing you're gonna want to do is have the mod duration controlled potions, which will allow you to do. Which will allow you to make a smithing potion, which has an effect of like that for 30 seconds. You can make awesome armor, you can improve your armor, whatever, usually, and that, so, and the effect would go up. But either way, it works. I'm not using the mod, but I would say use the mod on this one, so that we don't have to make more than one. And the next thing you're going to want to do is become a vampire lord. So, and that one's fairly easy. So I'm going to go and quickly level up here. As you can see, I've already got a bunch of skills. I'm only missing enchanting, smithing, two-handed, whatever, life picking, so. So I'll show you the mods if you want to use it this way, but I would encourage you to do this. Like, yes, you're messing up on the grinding, but then again, vampires need kind of illusion spells and also destruction spells if you don't decide to go into Eclipse all the time. So, and also just having these are so reason I say you want to get as many things, reason I would say try to focus on this, on magic. Like alteration, I don't use it a lot, but again, I get this. I started out with that one. That blocks 30% of spells. Effects, Stone Flesh, which is even 10 times better. So I mean that allows the duration to get better. Expert and Master, obviously. So absorb 30% of magic at any spells that you hit. There is also a standing stone that you can use to help you get like for a vampire. I'm gonna be a warrior because I started out like that because I think it's better. But again, I would encourage you to be more of a mage build instead because vampires are stronger during. You're gonna be out and about, doing stuff, doing quests, and if dragon attacks or something like that, and you're weak to a certain extent, you want to be able to attack from a distance. So I would encourage you to get block, heavy armor, light armor, depending on which type of armor you like to use. If you like to use shields, it does not matter. You can use this build with pretty much anything, any type of thing. As you can see, I have many different ones. Two-handed, I don't have it up because I don't ever use two-handed. I use archery, sneak, lockpicking, pickpocket, speech. I use as well. I have a mod that gives me that, so I don't have to get 800. But if you're doing just without the mods that do that, go. I would encourage it. Lockpicking is probably the best you're gonna get, especially if you're a vampire. You can go for the Thieves Guild, which will help. Which a vampire and the Thieves Guild is beast because you can go invisible and lockpick the hell out of things. So, and as you see, my destruction is 10. I already have everything. I'm not gonna show you. So, the thing you want, what I would encourage is, see. So these, if you guys don't know, I do have a mod that gives me certain effects. The more things I get, if I have certain skills leveled up to a certain extent, like 100, I get these. I get all of these. So also add enchantment perks, divine embrace, powers, whatever you want to do. Empire Lord. Again, I'm gonna go for the full thing. Conjuration, you can do it, but these are the spells you want. So it's called Phoenix Magic, I think. You can just type in Phoenix Magic and you'll find it. Just get both versions of it because the spells are beast. You get these, Curse, Cruciating, Mirage, stuff like that. All these will help. Fire, I wouldn't use the flame spells just because if you're a vampire, you aren't new. That, if you do decide to use that, make sure you have another mod installed, or you have the ability that allows you, or you have the Atronach Stone, which allows you to absorb magic. So if you're going to use that, make sure you have that, because that will help you. Flames, fairly easy as long as you stay enough away, you won't do the damage to yourself. Frost, this kind of thing for it. I would encourage you to use these because you're immune to frost, and if you do happen to get in a bad situation where you have to use a huge spell that has a huge area effect, and ends up dealing damage to you, you want it to be frost because you're immune to frost, won't take any damage from it. Lightning, this does a lot of damage. You can pretty much do what you want with that. So these, I don't care what you do with either. You can use illusion, you can do whatever, alteration, that's up to you too. Like if you want to use it, then go right ahead. So yeah, that's pretty much. And then there's that I do have which things. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna teleport. We're gonna fast travel anyways. So that's probably better word for it. Right, when arena, I'll also show you guys that. What you're gonna want to do is that's Solstein, no. Fort Dawnguard. So you want to go to Fort Dawnguard, which is where the quest is. You should get it as soon as you get to level 10. You'll have the guy come to you. His name will be Durak. He said something about Vampire Menace. He'll tell you about. He'll tell you about it. He'll come up to you, hit killing vampires. Where do I sign up, or whatever else? You can just tell him no, but you won't be able to do a vampire lord build, which is what a vampire build properly without this. So, you know, I would encourage you to do it because again, this is amazing. This is an amazing build. So, do it, get it, learn it, whatever. I think 280 is the highest you can get. I'm going to test that whenever I get a 210 weapon piece, just because I want to test it. So I would encourage you to get as high as you can on this. You know, also have a mod on where you can restore him. Every single
vampires are much more dangerous than we believed.
Single Stormcloak has this. I would encourage using this mod.
Is that it?
And I can show it to you here. I can absolutely show it to you because, because I do remember which one it is. Because I have been trying to stream something all day about Halloween. Happy Halloween, guys! Make sure to tune in, click the notifications, hit the like bell, give me a like and a thumbs up. So, and also comment down below. If you comment down below, I will read comments in the next stream, which nobody ever comments. So, which I don't really have many people commenting a lot of streams, so make sure to turn the notifications on as well. So I thought this was going to be a lot faster, to be honest. Here, I'm going to show you. So this one right here, you can use any of these other ones, but watch this. No. Which one is that? Only you guys saw it. I did not see it here, but whatever.
I remember Keeper Carset telling me repeatedly that Fort Dawnguard is a crumbling ruin, not worth the expense and manpower to repair. So who are you? What do you want? You heard right. I'm glad word's finally. I need someone. Tolan was telling me about some cave the Vigilants were poking around in. Seemed to think it was related to these recent vampire attacks. I knew it would come to this one day. Tolan, tell him about, what was it? Dim Hollow. Keep your eyes open.
That's it. Dim Hollow Crypt. Brother Adelwald was sure it held some long-lost vampire artifact of some kind. We didn't listen to him any more than we did Isran. He was at the hall when it was attacked.
That's good enough for me. Go see what the vampires were looking for.
So guys, before you do this, if you do have the Croesus mod, Croesus and his lost power, it replaces the it replaces that little bone dog or whatever, the bone hound, or it's whatever, it's on the thing, you can look it up, you can find it, but it replaces him. Yeah, it was the bone hound, it was like this whole bone hound or whatever, it was something like that or whatever. It replaces him. So I would encourage you doing that, but again, we're just gonna do this because
This
it's
Dim
better.
Hollow Crypt. With any luck.
So, okay, and I have all the map markers, but if you do not, you will have to go to, here it is. You have to go to right here, Dim Hollow Crypt, which is right by the Lord Stone or the Shrine of Maroons Dagon. So, right there. If you need any more map markers, you can actually look it up. There are. You can type into YouTube how to get to, Dim Hollow Crypt. You do have to have the Dawn Guard DLC in order to have this build. If you do not, I will show you in an alternate way. But all you have to do is standard. It's just the standard armor. If you're playing on PS3, you cannot do this build. If you are playing on PS4, Xbox 360, you should be able to have a better build than this, because you have access to mods that I cannot get up on here. So, whatever, But if you do not have the Dawn Guard DLC, you cannot do this build. So, because you will not be able to go to Vampire Lord and thus just the default vampire. Yeah. That's the kind of armor you want. If you want it enchanted, you go ahead and enchant it, but for now we're just gonna use the standard one. Where is this man? Dog meat. So, oh, it's up there. So, don't mess with that. The reason I encourage you to get the Phoenix magic, not only piece of blood spells, and if you're in a tight spot, it will get you out of it. Not entirely sure how much magic it uses. I'm pretty sure it doesn't use that much. But for 90 seconds, you can just blast this. There you go. Personally, I don't care for this one, but let's just use this for now because it does more damage. And also, if your destruction is 100, you do quite a bit of damage. So, like this. That's a ridiculous amount of damage.
There's someone there. Found him.
Really? I stand here all day. I absorb spells. I think I have a resistance to disease, don't I? Like 50% resistance to disease. Also, to poison as well. Means all day I won't get infected. I mean, I guess you can. I think you probably can, but if you want to become a standard vampire, this is how you do it.
Smell your blood.
It doesn't matter, you can sit there and do it. Again, I'm not becoming a vampire. Just because I also have mods on that increases my resistance, I think. To a certain extent, but... the reason I would encourage you to get light armor as well as heavy armor up. Because the standard vampire lord armor, I'm pretty sure is light armor. I'm going to check that, but I'm almost 100% sure it's... light armor. It's light armor. Yeah, light armor, light armor, light armor. Vampire Cal, circlet. Oh, so I would encourage you to do it, just because you're going to rely a lot on your light armor if you're going to go for this build. And your build's going to be overpowered as hell because, again, if you have the mods, if you have it high enough, or if you're using the wings that I'm using. Oh yeah, by the way, you're going to need a ring. That Ring of God mode is a good one. Or this one is, as well. You can find it in one of the mods that I had. Slow down the video and you can find it, but so find it that way. Because I'm not gonna go back and look through the mods because it is Halloween and I do. Really?
You think you stand a chance? Just scratch. That's the best you can do.
Also, guys, if you do dual wield this as well, you should do more damage.
Going to enjoy killing you.
See, does a lot more damage. Should kill her almost immediately. So, as you see, I'm not using really any other weapons except the Storm Axe. Using it, it's overpowered. So. Want to make multiple versions of these, like you can, I would take multiple versions of these. Just ooh, that's Marine's Day, Vampire's Dagger. And stuff like that. Again, like you saw vampires, as exploration, whatever. Because that helps you make a vampire build better. Because I know being a vampire does suck to a certain extent because you're weak during the day and 90% of your playing, you're going to be playing during the day, or you're going to have to sleep it off until night attack.
I love it when you walk
there. Actually, I think this one technically does more damage, 90 damage per second. Yes, I am picking up a bunch of different armors Just because if you like the look of a certain armor, you can have it. You know, pick it up. These vampire armor does look a tad bit different. There's a standard black, and then there's just the red looking one. Or that looks red to me, so. Vampire Night Meal. Vampire Night Boots. Blood Quenched Blade. Dust, which is probably, this is probably the armor I'm gonna use. Just because it still resembles the type of armor that you probably would want to use. You know. Or that I like to use. I like to have the mail on. Which makes you look 10 times better than just standard armor. I compare armor. Where is the... I passed this, guys. I know I did. Oh, I can't just rain you. And that's why I say, guys, I would encourage you to, if you're ever a vampire, to use this. I've discovered the location of Tom McManus with Casket. I'm not gonna pick up much more armor. If I see, you can try to attack me as much as you want. You won't do anything. Kill vampires. Come on, dude. Come on. You're not really gonna be able to beat me. Also, guys, if you guys haven't played this, or if you guys are getting interested in Skyrim and just like looking at builds, all you need to do to technically beat a vampire, to beat one of those, to destroy whatever it brings back. All you have to do is just kill it, and then as you saw it just turned to dust. And that is fairly easy. So, I mean, and that's fairly simple itself. Dim Hollow Cavern. And I've done this so many fucking times, it's ridiculous. So,
I'll never tell you anything, vampire. I owe...
Meet again today.
Why fight? Your blood is already mine.
you can drag my health all you want. You're not doing anything. I have 50,000 health. Like, up in the hundreds, no spell can really do anything either. I'll take that one. Keep the fire. Yeah. I just like the look of it. Not gonna take these two, just because I don't like it. Oh wow, this looks amazing. So no, I forgot it won't budge until you actually do this. You just stab your hand into it. Which then it will activate it. Right here. Oh, I forgot. There you go, and then Serrano will come out, this thing will come out of the ground with Serrano in it. All you gotta do is actually install the monolith. You see Serrano pop out, you know, falls to the ground, whatever.
Who sent you here? I don't know who that is. Is he like me? Vampire, yes. That's complicated. And I'm not totally... But if you want to know the whole story, help me get back to my family's home. My family used to live on an island. By the way, my name is Serrano. Your guess is as good as mine. This place looks... Good question. Hard to say. I can't... I feel like it was a long time. Who is... Oh, wonderful. Who are the contenders? Empire? What? Cyrodiil is the sea... I must have been gone long... Please, let's hurry. I need to get home so I can figure out what's happened.
Happy Halloween, guys. I know it's getting later in the day. I fought so many of these things, I'm really getting tired of them. Now fuck this. Again, guys, there's also one spell, as I said just before, but because my health is outrageous and I absorb any spell. I think Serrano's I'm pretty sure she's fine. This won't kill her whatsoever. Because she has an essential, she has the essential status, which means like kings, important players, important NPCs or whatever that are important to the game, you know, kings, stuff like that, you know, NPCs that you just can't kill because, you know, of that stupid essential status. There is a mod that removes it, but I'm not using it specifically for a reason, just in case an NPC gets killed that I need, which will enable guys, it doesn't matter how fast you can go through this. Kill the enemies. There's not really much through here. And I would love to speed it up, but man, this is a stream, not a video, so... Or it will be in the future, so... For anybody who's watching it later on. You guys ask why I'm not using my shouts. It's because I haven't done the first mission yet. You don't actually have to complete the first mission. You can go explore, do whatever the hell you want, you know. As I said before, if you're gonna use fire, make sure you can absorb spells. You can absorb. You have spell absorption on. You know, so that way, whenever you do it, you can just absorb the spell and hopefully not take any damage from it. Because that's what I have. Again, I have the mods with a shitload of skill books, which allows me to absorb spells, increase my health, stamina, stuff like that. So, again, make sure to, and also my speed, my movement speed. Yeah, I think I already said that. So, spell absorption. Make sure you get it. There is a way to get it. You know.
It's so good to breathe. Shouldn't we keep moving?
Now from here, so I'm gonna go and
Even in this...
Gonna go here, Ice Water Jetty, which will then transport you over to the other side towards the castle. No vampires have immortality, have morality of any crime, which means they're willing to commit any crime. But boss level vampires have morality of no crime. Well, with his artifact is Ebony Mail. Now, also we have a mod that gives us Crimson Shadow. Which, if you don't know what Shadow Mirror is, like, how dare you? Shadow Mirror is the horse you get after completing the Dark Brotherhood questline, and it is an amazing horse. Again, this horse, you can't kill it either. Same pretty much as Shadow Mirror, except this one, you get it directly from the start, and I think it's like 10 times better than Shadow Mirror is. In my opinion, it is. Because there is a version of it which you can summon it through spell, I think. Yeah. Actually, through a spell, you can actually summon that thing.
Hey, so, before we go in there... I think so. And thanks for asking. I wanted to thank you for getting me this far. I think... I know your friends would probably want... Once we're inside, just keep quiet for a bit. Let me take the lead. Here we are. Ready to go in?
Now guys, we're not going to side with Dawnguard, we're going to side with vampires. Because this is a vampire build, and the only way you can become a vampire lord is doing that side with him, or you don't have to do that. But I mean, you get a cave, you get a huge castle whenever you do it, so. Yeah. I mean, you definitely know which one I'm siding with. I'm definitely going to pick Harkin, because, again, if you do Serana, if you do lose your vampire powers, you know.
Is that truly you?
If you do lose them, she can always restore them. Kind of like a companion's quest line. You can always restore them. After you lose them, if you go to Athea or something. What's her name? I can't remember her name. I haven't played the companion's quest line in so long. You can always get back your werewolf transformation out after you cure it in a limited amount of times.
I trust you have my Elder Scroll.
After all these years, that's the first thing you ask me?
Of course I'm delighted to see you, my daughter. Must I really say the words aloud? Ah, if all...
And I don't even need the ring to have this OP stuff automatically built in.
Only your traitor mother were here. I would let her watch this reunion before putting her head on a spike. Now tell me, who is this stranger you have brought into our hall?
This is my savior, the one who freed me.
For my daughter's safe return, you have my gratitude. Tell me, what is your name? I am Harkin, Lord of this
Waldark
court.
Grinscream.
By now, my daughter would have told you what we are. Not just vampires. We are among the oldest and most powerful vampires in Skyrim. For centuries we lived here, far from the cares of the world. All that ended when my wife betrayed me and stole away that which I valued most. I was about to suggest that very thing. Yes, you must say. There is but one gift I can give that is equal in value to the Elder Scroll, and I offer you my blood. Take it and you will walk as a lion among sheep. Men will tremble at your approach, and you will never fear. Then you will be prey, like all mortals. Perhaps you still need convincing. Behold,
I don't need convincing. Me and Vampire Lord is awesome.
Is the power that I offer. Now, make your choice. Be still.
Again, guys, accept his gift, or you can refuse it and take the long way around and just have Serana turn you into a vampire. Because during the quest line, you can just be turned into a vampire. But doing this Dawnguard quest line is better doing it this way than any other way.
Good.
because then you don't
The power
have to give
is
up your
growing
soul
within
to the Soul
you,
Cairn.
and now you must learn to wield it. With my guidance, now listen to my words and do.
That's what I say. So again, you should have the Vampire Lord, and now you have the powers. Vampire Lord Servant. You know, you should have all the powers of it, and the effects. You know, weakness to fire, done. Water breathing, that's just an Argonian. I would choose an Argonian. You don't have to. 100% resistance to poison, plus 50% that makes 150%, plus 50% of snake blood, 150% from both of them together. Oh no, I've already said that. Frost, 20%, 100% resistant to disease, 50%, 150% from disease, and then just all this other crap. So, Champion of the Night, which again, that's why I would say get your illusion maxed out because illusion spells are 45% health.
I instruct. The true power of the ancient blood is found. In the form of the Vampire Lord.
So you can complete this
Assume
quick
the
tutorial.
mantle of the Vampire Lord, and we will continue. In this form, you can drain the life from your.
So if you guys notice, you're also 10 times faster as well now.
With your left
Because
hand,
you have, if you have the speed
power
on.
of blood magic to raise the dead. You can also call upon the powers of night to turn into a swarm of bats to reappear some presence.
Also, guys, if you do this,
Should you run out
you know,
of
you
magic?
can also have these effects. There is a mod that allows this to go farther, which I do recommend getting because having it expanded is so much better. But again, transform into an invulnerable mist, supernatural reflexes.
You can descend to the ground and fight as the beasts do. Do so now, and we will continue.
Now, technically, you are most
Linger
vulnerable
while
in
on
this
the
form.
ground, because you cannot access the blood magic. However, the night powers are still yours to
I wish you
command,
go first person on
and
this
your
one. I think that would be
claws are
awesome.
still formidable weapons. Over time, your powers will grow in strength, and you will find new ways to use your gifts.
No, we don't have anyone here to do it.
There is much to learn, but if you master the powers of the Vampire Lord,
You know, if you do feed on this one,
you'll be able to
from what I
stand
have,
against you.
you do get stronger. Your powers will get fucking stronger.
Slaying mortal men with your life drain. Blood magic. I keep a stable of thralls in the castle should you need to feed like the baser vampires to stave off the sun. That is all I have to teach you. If you wish to be reminded of these lessons, you need only ask. I have a task that will test your new powers. But first, as a vampire, you will gain new powers, but also a weakness to sunlight. With each passing day that you do not feed, that weakness will become more dead. Feed upon those who are sleeping, and your vulnerability to sunlight will diminish along with your... Good. Go and speak to Eren Marethi. Tell him this is time. He will understand.
Again, guys, you can revert, you know, use your revert form to revert back, you know, whatever. Which, we're going to use the Night Mill. Night Circle at Night Boots. We're going to use these three right here. And of course, the gauntlets. So the Night Circle at Night Boots. The gauntlets, obviously. So you can get rid of the rest of this, which is I'll probably end up selling it, to be honest. You that are just saving it. So now, as I said before, there is a mod on that I do have on, which makes you 10 times, which you get more powerful as you feed, which would make sense. You know, oh, you don't feed, you're supposed to get weaker, which I like.
I just
Again,
assumed he'd sent for more.
Do you need something? Lord Hearken. Now, what is our Lord's wish? Well, well. He wants the chalice, then. You've heard of the Bloodstone Chalice? No. Don't try and impress me.
actually, I'm
It
not
only
technically.
leaves
I
you.
have heard of this because I have played it before.
The chalice has been in Lord He has neglected using it for Follow me. I'll take you to it. Lord Hearken has never cared to use the chalice, relying on his more than adequate powers until now. This is an intriguing change. Excuse us. I need to fetch the Bloodstone Chalice.
The chalice? Why? What are you up to? Go on.
Lord Hearken's orders, Orville. Our friend here has been ordered to fill the chalice.
Really? Well, best of luck to you.
Then Galmo and Orthiolf are Hearken's primary advisors. I'm sure they're quite surprised to learn that you're taking the chalice. And here we are. Now, this chalice needs to be filled directly from the blood spring that is the source of Redwater Den. But that's not enough. Once that's done, the blood of a powerful vampire needs to be added to it. Keep in mind that Redwater Den has fallen into, let's just say, less reputable members of society now as well. It's your choice whether to attempt to deal with them or force your way through. Hurry back. You don't want to keep Lord Hearken waiting.
No, I don't. So we're gonna. You can go ahead and complete this, as am I right now, because again, I want to prove. Where is those stupid thralls he was talking about? Empire thralls that he keeps around the council trees. I want to see if it's true, because again. Again, if you do have wait, really? I thought it was opposite. I thought technically you got more powers. But never mind. Again, you guys can feed. Again, if you do feed, you will technically get weaker. I thought I had them all on, but apparently not. So, So now it's time for the full setup. Now, he wants you to go to. Now we're going to go to Redwater Den, which obviously we're going to do. Champions Island. We're not going to do that yet, not yet. What the fuck? Where is it? Oh, it's over here. Okay. This is Underwater Den. So right now, we can go back to this one, which is what I'm probably gonna end up doing because it is close. We do have a house there, and we can put stuff up. Because we don't need all of these, but you can if you want to. So now it gets into the part where you actually need to pay attention here, because this part I'm gonna go quickly by and tell you what you need to improve and what weapons you should get, because again my weapons are incredibly weak. So, and what you actually need to do it. So, what ingredients you should use, because here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna create a bunch of potions, because each lasts only 30 seconds. So what we're going to do is we're going to improve the Vampire Knight armor. So we're going to go see what we need here before we do this. I can improve this way. Again, but if you're going to go for a vampire build, I feel like you should do it. I can't improve this because we need store more. So we need cordium. So we need cordium ingot to make all these. Here's that. And gauntlets. I can make it better. So all I need is cordium ingot. So, and I do have, if you're wondering why, you know, blah blah blah. So we need cordium ingot, which is 20, we need 20 or 40, 20, 40, 60. Or, no. We got cordium, didn't we? Not cordium. So we need cordium ingot. Damn it! Why does it fucking keep on crashing?